Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of upcoming video game movie rants. This time, I am going to be talking about the official trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Yep, we finally get our first official trailer for this movie after a lot of rumors and speculation across the internet. Like, seriously, you would not believe what before I actually do get started, a lot of you may be wondering, what is this place and what am I doing here? Well, this is my work desk where I write scripts for my own original stories and also the place where I type out or write down, I take your pick, my story predictions. So yeah, this is the place where I do it all. Now, what am I doing in this place, you may ask? Well, the reason why I'm recording in here is because as of the moment of recording this video, um, Richard is still asleep because I am recording this like super early in the morning, and I do not want to wake him up. So I decided this place would work best because it looks like this room is the only room in the entire house um, that insulates my voice the best. If I if I yell, then Richard will not be able to hear it. So I thought this place would work out. So yeah, unfortunately, I am alone this time. Um, like with the title announcement for this movie. But yeah, anyways, um, enough about the intro and why I'm doing this video the way it is. Let's go ahead and talk about the trailer itself. So the trailer opens up showing what looks like to be a fortress or a new fortress that Bowser's in, because Bowser's continent ship thing was destroyed by the Mario Brothers in Brooklyn in the last movie. So I'm like, so when I saw this for the first time, I was like, okay, did Bowser build himself a new base? Did he escape from his cage in the previous movie? Like, what is this? And we see that Bowser is doing some weird stuff in there. The weirdness being that it looks like he's taken a liking to painting, as we see him draw a skeleton of Mario. So it seems like he's still not over the fact that the Mario brothers beat him up in Brooklyn and then encapsulated him. They're the cause of. The Mario brothers are the ones that caused him to get encapsulated. Toadstool was because they were the ones that beat him up, and Toadstool was the one to trap him. She was the one that fed Bowser the blue mushroom, the blue magic mushroom, and Toad trapped him in the jar, and then I guess led to the cage, and finally the fortress, which eventually turned into the fortress. So all right, so then we see that so yeah, you're thinking that, okay, looks like Bowser is still evil, right? Like, he's reverted back to his normal size. It looks like he's going to be the villain again. Well, turns out that's not the case, because as we see, it looks like Nintendo wanted to keep that bit. It looks like Nintendo and Illumination wanted to keep that bit of consistency, because now Bowser is, still in Mushroom Castle. Just he's still small, and it looks like Bowser has reformed in this continuity, because he hasn't tried to do anything. Well, actually, let me rephrase it. He hasn't tried to do anything evil. Like he hasn't tried to. He hasn't tried to escape out of his. He hasn't tried to escape out of Mushroom Castle. Cause he's still in that. He's still in that tiny fortress of his. But yeah. Anyways, as we see, Bowser wanted to speak with the Mario Brothers, and since Bowser is yet again voiced by the infamous Jack Black, he sings. Because of course, every character that Jack voices or plays in a video game movie has to sing. And I was not at all surprised by this because knowing Jack and his way of portraying characters on the big screen, I was not to be surprised by that. What would have surprised me is that if Bowser did not sing at all in this movie, but yeah, Bowser um Bowser sang. So yeah, anyways, moving on from that, it looks like Bowser and Luigi are becoming more closer to each other. Because I mean, before it looks like they were kind of mean, but it kind of looks like they were a bit mean to each other. But now it seems that they're not as aggressive toward each other as much. But it looks like Bowser and Mario uh still have that a bit of rivalry between them because Mario doesn't seem all that pleased with still seeing Bowser alive after all this time, and even calls Bowser's latest artwork trash, which pisses Bowser off. And but you know, Bowser doesn't want to be evil anymore. Uh, and then as he's walking, he slams the door on his tail, on his own tail, and then upon seeing that, I think that is how Bowser revert. I thought, okay, this is how Bowser reverts to his normal size. He finally takes damage, and so he'll turn back to normal. That's what you think, right? Well, remember this part, because it's gonna be important later. So, so as we see in the trailer, it looks like the events of this movie will take place in space. The Mario Brothers, Toadstool, Toad. It looks like they'll be traveling in space, as we see in one point of the trailer. Toadstool and Toad do exactly that. They launch into space, which I don't know what to call this. I guess I'll just it's like a star that sends them up to space. I'll call it the Sling Star. I don't know what else to call it. But yeah, they use that to go up into space, which why exactly do they need to go to space is the question. Um, well, but we see that the Toadstool and Toad go up into space, and it seems that the Mario Brothers are staying behind on the in the Mushroom World, because the Mario Brothers travel through a desert, which is a location that is in the Mushroom World, as we see in the previous movie. And Toadstool and Toad fight off enemies in space, and from one shot we see ninjas, enemies from Super Mario Brothers 2. So that got me thinking, okay, it looks like Wart will be the antagonist this time. That's what you think, right? Because ninja originated in Super Mario Brothers 2, the same game which Wart originated from. So yeah, that's what some of you would think, right? Well, no. As we see, it looks like the villain of this movie will be Bowser Jr. From Super Mario Bros. Wonder, as we see him take on his Wonder form. But how is he able to take on his Wonder form exactly? Because as far as I know, well, actually, as I know, you need a Wonder Flower in order to do that. So how is he able to take on his Wonder form? Well, in one shot of the trailer, we see him use some sort of mystical brush, um, which um, which seems like turns him into the way into his Wonder form. Because at one shot we don't see anything on the brush, and then in another shot it looks like there's some sort of symbiote connection going on. I know it's not. I know it's not. I know it's not copying the symbiote, but that's kind of what it looks like from when you pause the shot. Like Bowser Jr.'s getting infected um, by a substance that's similar to the symbiote in a way. Um, but yeah, Bowser Jr. Appears and he says he's gonna be taking his father back. So yeah, but this begs a few questions. Uh, One question being, okay, if this character existed the entire time in the Super Mario Brothers movie universe, then where was he during the events of the first movie? Because we see the entirety of the turtle tribe in the first movie. We see is we see that hang on we see a variety of enemies that are faithful to the first game. We see little Goombas, we see Koopa Troopas, we see what else? We see Buzzy Beetles, Cheap Cheeps, Bluebirds, Bullet Bills, all that. Although there are three enemies from the first Super Mario Brothers game that are in the Super Mario Brothers movie, but anyways, the one of the questions is, where has Bowser Jr. been this whole time? Like, what was he doing exactly? Like, was he causing mayhem somewhere else? Like, was he somewhere on another planet? Because that's what I think might be the most plausible. Um, because as we see, it looks like he's gonna be taking over the universe and all. It looks like he's gonna be trying to take over the universe. So while Bowser wants to rule just one planet, it looks like Bowser Jr. wants to rule the entire universe. So, but anyways, all right. So I'm as glad as anyone that Bowser was not recycled as the villain this time. Like seriously, that'd be super repetitive. But here's the thing. Why did they pick Bowser Jr. of all villains to be the villain in this movie? Cause I feel like Wart or heck even Tatanga would have sufficed as the villain for this movie. For me, I think Bowser Jr. as the villain feels a bit too early for me. Like if they were gonna if there's gonna be more sequels after this one, I feel like they could have used Bowser Jr. in the either the third or the fourth installment of the Super Mario Brothers movie universe, because right now feels too early. Of course, that's just me. I know a lot of people are excited to see this character on the big screen. In fact, I'm interested to see what he's gonna do with this movie and what his whole deal is and why. Like there's a lot of unanswered questions about this guy. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what he does. But that is not the end there, because we still got one more scene left, and this kind of reminds me a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 to an extent. So Bowser Jr. shows up in a giant mech, which makes me think of um, Egg Robotnik. That's the name of the robot that Robotnik controls in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. If that wasn't clear, it's not called the Death Egg robot like everyone thinks it is. Anyway, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so Bowser Jr. encounters someone named Rosalina. I don't know, Rosalina. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce this name. I apologize, but okay. So anyways, he encounters this and yeah, and this new character, she is a princess, by the way. Um, and yeah, she kind of it looks like she's kind of gonna be a bit similar to Toadstool, because she instantly takes out Bowser Jr.'s mech using magic. Okay. Okay, so she can use magic, but Bowser and Toadstool can't? What the heck is this, Nintendo? Illumination? Seriously, did you guys not do your research on these characters? Like Bowser and Toadstool in the first, according to the first game in the instruction manual, it clearly says they're both capable of using magic. So, why is it that you have this new character on screen that is exclusive to the movie, but yet, you decide to give her magic? In fact, it looks like Bowser Jr. is. Okay, well, not exactly. He's not exactly using magic, but he does wield some magical abilities of his own. So, like, okay, you introduce these new characters that seem to be wielding magical abilities. So why aren't Bowser and Toadstool able to use magic themselves? Like, seriously. But anyways, Rose Sea Line, whatever. It looks like she's gonna be similar to Toadstool, to an extent, because we see her instantly take out Toadstool in or sorry, we see her instantly take out Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr.'s mech in we see her take out Bowser Jr.'s mech in an instant, and then yeah, it looks like she's gonna be super powerful. So yeah, that's the end of the trailer, but it does not stop there. Oh no, there is still a bit more to cover in this. So okay, so in the Super Mario Galaxy movie direct, we see Rosie whatever interact with a bunch of starlight creatures. Now this got me confused. Why is there suddenly a tribe of starlight creatures? Because we did see the insane starlight creature in the first movie, but I just thought that was a movie creation that was made as a joke, right? Because, and then when I saw the title announcement for this movie, and saw a new starlight creature at the time, sorry, at that time I thought that was just at that time I thought that was just the insane starlight creature, but just in a different color, because, well, what sense would there be to have multiple starlight creatures? So Yeah. Okay, well, I'm getting off track here. So, one of the clips in the Super Mario Brothers, one of the clips in the Super Mario Galaxy movie direct is that she tells a story about Toadstool in which she calls Peach. Okay, I am starting to legit get worried now. Because I am worried that Nintendo and Illumination are just ignoring the fact that this character's name is Toadstool and instead are referring to her by her Japanese name, that being Peach. Now, okay, I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, well, some of the staff is Japanese, so it makes sense that they call her Peach instead of Toadstool. Alright, well, then tell me why. Tell me why Bowser's name is still Bowser in this continuity. Because in Japan, Bowser's name is Koopa, not Bowser. In Japan, he was always known as Koopa. So seriously, what's with the Toadstool name erasure that's been happening lately? It feels to me like Nintendo doesn't really want to call her Toadstool anymore. But which okay, if you want to change the character's name, that's completely fine, but you got to have a reason relating to the story. Cuz as far as I know, there doesn't seem to be any reason relating to the story as to why Toadstool's name was changed to Peach in the US. So anyway, so anyway, she's telling so yeah, it looks like we'll be hearing more. It looks like we'll be able to hear what Toadstool's origins are cuz in the previous movie, we don't really find out anything about her other than the fact that she's not from the Mushroom World, which is not accurate to the games. In the games, she was always from the Mushroom World, and yet in this movie they decide that she's not, which why? Cuz and also the Mushroom King is absent, so I guess that's another inconsistency that differs from the game, but okay. Uh so yeah, it feels like to me that this scene right here, I don't know if this is exclusive to the I don't know if this is exclusive to the direct, or if this is actually going to be a scene that's in the movie. But if this is going to be a scene in the movie, I feel like this scene would happen at the movie, because right after before she Rosie whatever is about to explain or is about to tell the story of Toadstool, the Starlight creatures interrupt and say that they want to hear the story about the Mario Brothers, which she would which she would not know anything about the Mario Brothers prior to this moment. So to me, it looks like that scene will happen at the end. That's the only way I could see that scene making sense. If this happens like earlier on, if this scene happens earlier on in the movie, I don't know how that would work. Because, I don't really see that happening anytime soon. I don't see how that would I don't see how that would work in terms of the context here. But yeah, that's one scene that's shown off in the direct. Now for the other scene that was showcased in the direct. So the other scene that's shown off is the one about Bowser Jr. And narrates saying that he rises or that he says and now he says along the lines of from the ashes of his father's defeat rises a new conqueror, and that the Bowser name will be feared once more. So it looks like Bowser Jr.'s whole ordeal in this movie, now that I'm thinking about it, is that he wants to free Bowser, so that he can be evil again. Because Bowser being reformed goes against what's in the games. Because in the games, Bowser is a sorcerer king that is pure evil. He cannot be reasoned with. So to me, Bowser being reformed doesn't work. And like I said, that and yeah, but yeah, and so remember what I said before about Bowser getting hit, slamming his own tail through the on the door. Well, and that how I thought that would revert him to his normal size again. Well, that it seems to me that Nintendo and Illumination forgot the fact that if what was established in the first movie, because in the Super Mario Brothers movie, Toadstool says that if you take damage, you'll lose the effect of the power. So, like if you ate a magic mushroom or you absorbed a fire flower and all that, and you get hit, then you would lose the power. And I'm like, oh, wait, so all this time Bowser has not taken any damage? Like, seriously. Seriously, Bowser has not gotten hurt once. He just dealt with his new size now. Sorry. Anyway, okay, what else? Yeah, um, yeah, him getting hurt, I thought would revert him back to his normal size, but clearly that's not the case here, because as we see later on, Bowser Jr. shows up and says that he's here to free his father. Um, which, okay, that's, that's fine, but there's kind of a bit, there's a bit of inconsistency to me, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, feels like Sonic the Hedgehog 3, or not exactly in terms of what the story is, but to what this is about. Because to me, it looks like the Super Mario Galaxy movie. To me, this movie feels rushed, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3, because they forgot some points of they forgot a few bullet points on what was established in the movie prior. So yeah, hopefully, so yeah, this movie is still being worked on. It is almost finished, and hopefully these mistakes get fixed by the time the movie releases in theaters. Because there are some points in the because I do know for a fact that sometimes scenes in trailers that are shown off in trailers are not shown off in the final product in theaters. So there is a chance some of this stuff could get fixed before the movie releases in theaters, but we can only hope. So, anyways, that's it for this episode of Upcoming Video Game Movie Rants. What did you guys think of the trailer for this movie? Do you hope that this movie will be good? Are there any characters that you hoped would appear in this trailer that have not that are there any characters that you hope to see in this trailer that did not appear in the trailer after the trailer ended, and you are hoping will appear in the movie, but those characters have not been shown off yet? And do you think that do you think Jack's character Bowser, do you think Bowser will only have like a few minutes of screen time because he's being voiced by the infamous Jack Black? Okay, I've ranted about Jack enough, but yeah, comment down your thoughts on what you thought of the trailer. Like this video if you liked it. Share this video with others that you know, and spread the word and say, hey, there's a new video game movie trailer out now, and this guy made a video talking about it. And of course, subscribe if you want to see future episodes like this. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, or I guess in this case, listening, whichever you prefer. So yeah, bye.